Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends. It is a bonus read. I just want to come by and say thank you for all the ways that you've been loving on this channel. Thank you for your clicks and your views. Thank you for your thumbs up. It is growing, this Scorpio tribe. Thank you so much for that. And I just want to say thanks for the ways that you love on me in the comments. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. When I do a bonus read here, Scorpio, if you've never been to a bonus read that I've done before, I read for the present or the future energy, but it can be at any time. Look, some of this might resonate with you now, but it might not happen for 2 years. So please don't think that everything is around the corner. But we are going to read for the present and the future. One more time here. The present and the future here. Tell me about Scorpio. Scorpio. Tell me about Scorpio. What is coming up for Scorpio, please? Tell me about Scorpio. Scorpio, you're my jam. You know that, right? You're my opposite sign. I'm Taurus sun. Tell me about Scorpio. Something flipped here. What is this? Let's go find it. Let's go digging. What's going on here? Aha. I was just going to say we should go digging just like the page would. I should have called it. Just like the page would, right? We do have the Page of Swords. Why is that? Tell me about the page. We've got more swords. We've got the Four of Swords. Why do we have the Four of Swords? We have the Ace of Cups. You know what I feel like, Scorpio? I feel as though you've been doing a lot of learning. I want to say because a student is here, right? The Page of Swords is here, and it feels to me like you've been learning how to take care of you. And I feel like for some of you, you could be in psychology, could be in psychiatry, you could be reading self-help books. It feels like somebody here is learning how to heal the self or heal the mind or get stability in this energy of swords. And swords are always in the mind, communications, connections, right? So it does feel like with the Five of Swords here, I feel like you were in sort of a fight with yourself. A realization came, though, I think, that you need to dig a little deeper. In order to love yourself, you're going to need to dig a little deeper. And I think that's what this Ace of Cups is here. I feel like this, all this work that you're putting in, whether this is meditation or prayer, you're talking to somebody, you got your hands on the Ace of Swords. It feels like whether it is, I feel like you're coming out of some sort of heartbreaking or disappointing situation, Scorpio. I think you're just learning to pay attention to you and love yourself. I want to say that you came from a place that was really hard. We do have the lotus flower here, but listen, the lotus flower grows in the mud. That's the miraculous thing about the lotus flower. There's water here because, of course, this is the Ace of Cups, right? This is the overflowing love. We've got the dove here. I really do feel that you're learning how to love yourself. You're in some sort of energy of pause right now. That's what it feels like. Tell me more about Scorpio. We've got the Six of Cups. You're going over the past. I feel like you're learning about the past here. And we've got the Seven of Cups. It does feel like someone is healing from past energy. And it could be that you've had a hard childhood. It could be a trauma that you experienced in your childhood. But the Six of Cups is nostalgia. It's memories. It is memories of, like, we've got a mother and a daughter here, or an older feminine and a younger feminine here. Yeah, stopping to smell the flowers now. It feels like you're working out something that went on in the past here, and it does feel like it's connected to your childhood, Scorpio. We do have the Seven of Cups. I feel like you stopped giving your energy to people, or you will stop giving your energy to people in terms of romance. I feel like you've realized that this is a time for you, that before you can be stable or connected to people, even if it's a soulmate energy, I feel like you've realized that you've got to heal the self first. You've got to get out of this Five of Swords energy. You've got to stop with the conflict and the disagreement and the battles within. I feel like they're within for sure. I feel like with this Seven of Cups here, I feel like every time you get into some sort of a connection or a relationship, that you kind of give it the side eye, but I want to say it's because in your past with the Six of Cups that you have been hurt and sad, right? We got the Five of Cups here, and this person has like got the Two of Cups in their hand. This is the Seven of Cups, and I feel like whatever you are learning, whatever you are coming through, I feel like you're learning about it and getting stability of the mind about things that went on in the past, but it does feel like it is from the childhood, and it does feel like it's overwhelming. I feel like you are learning to disconnect from those memories, and it's time to move forward here into the future. And I think the future is that I love myself. That's what it feels like here with the Ace of Cups. I'm looking at the 8 Cups here, and which tells me that you're disconnecting from whatever was back there. I feel like you're learning, right? The student is here. You're learning about the Six of Cups. How things that go on in the past really do shape your adulthood. They absolutely do. Just because they're in the past, it doesn't mean that they're gone. For some people, it crops up. It's like you don't know that all of those things were hard back there until they start cropping up in your relationships and in your friendships and in the workplace. Tell me more about this for Scorpio. Got the Ace of Swords. It's a realization. I really love this. This is really beautiful. It's a realization of clarity, triumphant clarity, that there are some things that went on in your past that were hard, really hard. And I feel like it's childhood stuff. And it's a realization that now that I have clarity, I'm going to make better decisions. We go from the 6 to the 7 of Cups, but I feel like the 7 of Cups is overwhelm. It's an overwhelming realization that I need to detach from everyone else in my life and love me first, with the Ace of Cups here. Tell me about the 4 of Swords, please. Tell me about the 4 of Swords. You know, you could be plagued with dreams, or maybe you were plagued with dreams until you get this stability, because the 7 of Cups is also like the dream state, confusing dreams. It doesn't make sense to me. But the 4 of Swords tells me that I feel like you're slaying things in your dreams. Like she's holding on to the Ace of Swords here with the 3 of Swords on her bed. So I feel like there was heartbreaking times back there, and you're just finally just starting to make sense of it. We've got the 8 of Wands. It's time to move on. It's time to move forward. We've got the Empress in reverse. So for some of you, you had a hard time with you probably don't have a very good relationship with your mother. And with the Empress in reverse, you were raised by someone possibly, and this is not going to be for everyone. Don't take it if it's not part of your story. But there is somebody here that I feel is viewing this today that dealt with a mother who was far more concerned about what they looked like to other people. So they were a person who wanted, like, gave children to their spouse, like had children, birthed children, but they really weren't interested in being a mother. They really weren't very good at it. And maybe it's like a blur. Like, I want to say childhood is a blur, because when we have trauma in the past or as a child, we forget it. If it's really bad trauma, we can forget it. And so I feel like somebody here is trying to heal from their past. And I feel like the person, whoever it was that raised you, it could have been a sister, could be a grandma, could be an auntie, somebody who raised you just really didn't ever want you around. Like, this person was more concerned with beautifying themselves on the outside and making it look good to people on the outside. But this person is somebody who's not very motivated. They're kind of lazy. This person may have been in and out of work. They also are somebody who's sort of, very, very, can I say, they're very much about themselves, so they're very selfish. This person is not somebody who's empathic. They're not connected to their intuition. They are not very compassionate or kind. We do have the Temperance card. And so I feel like you took all that pain, Scorpio, and you alchemized the shit out of it. And it's where you're standing today is because of all of the things that came to kill you, that weren't successful. I feel like you, with this Temperance card here, you decided this is the alchemist, right? Like, you decided to alchemize it, to make good of it, to take the hurt and the unkind things that were done to you. And I feel like you've made them all, you've balanced them all. Yeah. You came to a place in your life where you said, I'm either going to be like that person or I'm just going to move far away from it. Tell me about the Ace of Cups, please. We've got the Two of Wands. We've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. And we got the Wheel of Fortune. It really does feel to me, Scorpio, like you are somebody who is now on a new path. You came to the crossroads and realized I can be like this person or I can love. I can be the Ace of Cups, and I feel like you chose the Ace of Cups. The Six of Pentacles is in the reverse, and when the Six of Pentacles is in the reverse, you never got any reciprocity in love. I feel like somebody breadcrumbed you, and you know, I feel like somebody here did not celebrate birthday parties, was not celebrated by their mother or their father, right? The Empress can be feminine or masculine energy here. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. You changed everything. You know what this feels like, Scorpio? It feels like you are the person who broke the lineage. You are the person who put up the block and said, I'm never going to be like that. I'm never going to parent like that. It's the buck stops here. It stops with me. And that's hardcore, Scorpio. It is. I feel like you changed everything. The universe came at you with the Wheel of Fortune. You're like, yep, I'm hopping on. I certainly am. I feel like you changed everything. I feel like you became the opposite of the person who abused you as a child or who ignored you as a child. I feel like you're the person who changed and became very fortunate in your life. I feel like now that you've made this decision to move forward and love yourself and love others, I feel like there's nothing that can stop you here. The Wheel of Fortune is here for very fortunate reasons. You've come to a place in your life where you're in expansion, that everything has changed, and it's divine timing. We do have the Temperance card here as well. I feel like that's the block you put up. You're like, no, I'm gonna alchemize this shit. I'm gonna go back and forth until it's all in balance, and then I'm gonna move forward in love. I feel like you're the person who came from a lot of addiction, angry people, violence possibly, and I feel like it's a lineage thing. Maybe addiction, and you're the one who said, no, the buck stops here. You've held up the shield and said, no, I'm not allowing this to happen anymore. You're the person who came here to break the cycle. Yep, there it is. Putting down the burdens. I'm no longer going to be dealing with burdens. I'm just going to drop them right where they are. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. And we do have the Eight of Cups. So I'm not going to settle anymore. If it doesn't make me, if it's not a hell yeah, it's a hell no. I feel like you're not putting up with anybody's bullshit, Scorpio. That's what it feels like. That if it's not something that excites you, if it's not something that's brand new and fiery and puts a fire in your belly, no, I'm out. That's it. I'm out because I'm on the Wheel of Fortune and everything in my life is working out for me, right? It feels like you realize everything in my life can work out for me. I just have to say that it's so. Because you're the captain of the ship, right? I think you've realized that. Tell me why this Ace of Swords is here. Tell me why the Ace of Swords is here, please. You go from confusion to clarity here. Yep, that there's a new path here. Look at this. We've got 3 of the 4 aces here. It's like some sort of big revelation that you finally stopped it in its tracks, and now you can move forward in a very different way in your life, and your posterity, your children, your children's children, and so on are going to live very different lives because you were the one who decided to put a stop to it. We've got the Six of Swords, and we've got the Five of Swords. So I feel like what you're doing is you're moving away from anything that would block you from movement. Is what you're doing. We've got the five of Swords and 1 of 6. The 6 of Swords is here. It's movement forward. It's moving away from what people would have you do and doing the things that you want to do. But I feel like what you're doing is you're moving in a way of I feel like you've learned a lot of things because this student is here. I feel like you've learned a lot of things. This is triumph. There's a crown here. It's like you've crowned up. You've queened up. You've kinged up. Whatever it is, you've learned the lessons, and now you can move forward. I feel like you're moving away from this Five of Swords. There's going to be no more fighting, no more bitterness, no more conflict. You're not causing any battles. The realization is that this Ace of Pentacles is here and it can be anything I want it to be. Because the Ace of Pentacles is going to change your life. I feel like you've changed your life. It's really very beautiful. What a beautiful reading. Tell me about this. And I feel like you were a child who endured a lot. And so this student here is like, I took a lot of notes, and I'm just not going to do the things that this person did. I'm not going to do it. We've got the Eight of Swords. We've got the King of Pentacles. You might be someone who is a masculine leaning energy. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like as a child already, when you're still back here as a child, it feels like this Eight of Swords is a place where you stayed for a long while, because as a child, you can't really process it, right? You don't really know what's going on. But I think you made a vow to yourself as a child that I'm going to be a better father than my father was. I'm going to be a better mother than my mother was. I'm going to be stable and sturdy. I'm going to move slowly. My kids are going to be able to anticipate me, and I'm going to give them all of the things that I didn't have. And I don't think we're talking about money. I think we're talking about stability, a good parent, a stable home, all the things that they need. Not all the things that they want, but all the things that they need. That you're going to be a different parent than your parents were. Tell me what the outcome is here, please. We've got the Two of Cups. We've got the Six of Wands, and we have the Five of Wands. I really do feel that that it's victory in you loving the self. I want to say victory in loving the self, and it took some time to do that. I want to say with the Five of Wands here, I think there were battles that ensued, that it took time for you to get to the victory, but I feel like the victory is where you are at, and if you're not there right now, I feel like you have the ability to get there. Look at that. Both the Emperor and the Empress are in reverse. I really feel like somebody here endured the wrath of the Emperor, and the Empress didn't do a damn thing. When the Emperor is in the reverse, they're hateful, cantankerous, possibly displaying symptoms of narcissism. These two people were doing whatever they wanted to do, and the kids were raising each other. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. Look at that. It's in your future, though. Look at that. Your decision is, I'm going to love like hell. I'm going to love hard. I'm going to love in a fiery, passionate way. And I'm leaving this heartbreak behind. Yeah. I feel like you made a decision to leave the heartbreak behind, and that you're going to be someone who is, this King of Wands is somebody who has been through a lot, right? This is somebody who's sitting on the throne because they survived all the things that came to kill them. It only made them stronger. The fire signs, the King and the Queen, they are forged through fire, and I think that you were. I think that you were, but it took your decision making to say, you know what? It's only love from here. That's my choice. It's only love from here. I love that for you. What a beautiful reading, Scorpio. Thank you for that beautiful energy. I'm going to go for now, but I'm going to be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Thank you so much for all the ways you love me. I'm going to go. Bye-bye.